Welcome to the garden. Today we're checking up on our jade plants, and a few things have happened. Most of the leaves have died, the ones that we took for cuttings, but there are still some alive, so I wanted to check up on those. This plant actually fell out of its pot. I don't know what happened, but the roots must have been damaged and it completely broke off. Was just a bare stick. So we're going to check up on that. We've got some beautiful new growth. So I know that most of these plants are doing really well. They've got a little bit of red coloration because I've moved them to a new sunny location. But all this is to prep for the future because these can get really big. They can get like 5-6 feet high. And they become really full and thick, but they need the right conditions to get that way. So I split them up into 3 separate pots so that they can have a little bit more room to grow. I've put them in a brighter location so that we get new growth and they fill out. And you want to pick a pot that you're going to be happy with in the long term. And this little hammered brass pot is really beautiful. It shines really nicely in the light, and it's a great fit for this jade. But these two, I haven't quite decided yet how I want to do them. Sometimes almost comically small pot can be kind of fun, but if you go too small, they can get top heavy, and then you got a big mess. So something this size for now is pretty decent. But eventually I'll be up-potting it into something a little more decorative. But now we can check up on our cuttings. This one looks a little wrinkled, so I don't think we're going to get much off of that one. But I went ahead and peeked, and we do have one with some roots. So that's great. I know we've got at least one. So here's what I mean when this one got damaged. Look at that, there's nothing there. Completely fell apart. There are no roots at all, just this bark. But this one has great new growth. So I think it's doing okay. If I just keep it in moist soil, we should be able to get it to root. Just like I thought, this one has nothing. Some of them have died back like this. Well, they'll turn black and they'll just break off of their stem. That's what happened to this one. Nothing on that one really. So we really only have one successful root forming so far. But the rest of these are just going to go back into this pot. So I'm going to get this one nice and deep just so that it stays moist. That's also going to anchor it, because without any roots this is very vulnerable to tip. And then the rest of our cuttings, we just are going to rebury them, keep them moist, and with any luck we'll get more than just the one. Oh, I almost forgot to check our leaves. Nothing. But we'll keep an eye on those. So I'm going to just do some modifications to this tiny pot. I'm going to be cutting back. I grabbed the pedalum a little bit, and I managed to find this tiny little crassula. So we're going to be planting out a little trio of succulents. There we go. Now for the jade. I'm going to bury this a little deeper, so I'm going to be using this little stick. And this pot's already dry, which really surprised me. I thought it was going to stay wet for much longer, so I think I'll be able to keep these alive just fine. Very gentle. Okay, so this will probably grow a little more upright in the coming weeks. Just give it a drink. This will settle the soil in nicely and just promote those roots to grow to the bottom. How adorable is that? So I hope you enjoyed this quick little update. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.